rolling across the American landscape, the changes came. And together, we were there. On August 28, 1963, conservatives say the battle against racism took on a wider perspective. On that day, Martin Luther King delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. But the pain continued, and we were there.
With the fight against racism underway, sexism arrived front and center over the Labor Day weekend in 1967 at the National Conference for New Politics.
Liberal activist leaders Shulamith Firestone and Joe Freeman, leading a women's caucus, were told their demands were not important enough. Finally, they succeeded in having their statement tacked on to the end of the agenda. However, their demands were never discussed. William Pepper, director for the conference, refused to recognize any of the women waiting to speak. Called the West Side Group. Women met weekly in Freeman's apartment on Chicago's West Side. There, Freeman started a newsletter called Voice of the Women's Liberation Movement.
Without the benefit of the internet, Facebook, tweets, emails, or texts, this newsletter circulated across America and other countries, and gave the women's liberation movement its name. Within a year, women's liberation groups sprang up all over America. During the 60s, women started protesting for equal rights right alongside the causes of their Black and African American sisters. Before the 60s, women were known as housewives, mothers, switchboard operators, waitresses, nurses, and little else. This aggravated many women and made them feel the need to reform the stereotype. The 60s was the time to do this. Mothers of our generation tasted independence and equality for the first time in the factories of World War II. They wanted their daughters to have the same freedoms they briefly experienced. That vision ignited a passion in their daughters, spurring them to join the movement started by Freedman and Firestone. And we were there.
In 1970, there was a massive demonstration as women went on strike all around the country in protest of the way they were being treated. The battle cry was "Don't iron while the strike is hot."
The issue came to a head on September 20, 1973. Then women's tennis star Billie Jean King faced off against Bobby Riggs in an exhibition match dubbed the Battle of the Sexes. 90 million viewers nationwide watched King's eviscerating victory, along with the passage of Title IX, an anti-gender discrimination law, is often credited with sparking a boom in women's sports and further advancing the women's liberation movement. And we were there.
Racism and sexism were not the only movements started by our generation. The 70s saw the birth of the gay rights movement. This was another long overdue change in our society. Supported by our generation activists, its impact is felt today and benefits millions of Americans. And of course, we were there too.
See how the fluffy clouds move by us.
See how the clouds move by.
See how the morning mist can hide us away. And how the day is so much fun.
In whichever catalyst you believe, the 60s and 70s was a time when we came into our own. Unlike any generation before us or since, there has not been more social change in America than what our generation helped create in such a short lifetime, period. Protesting for the greater good is a hallmark of our generation.
Funny how I can feel so sunny. When you're beside me, we can fly. Hey, Mr. Wind, just keep us sailing.
Keep us sailing along.
High in the sky, there's no curtailing our fun. So everyone, come on. Hey, you on the ground, take a look up and see what we found. nothing to tie us. Bluebirds come up to guide us. When you're beside me, we can fly. Oh, we can fly. We can fly. Hey, everyone on the ground, let's fly.
These days we perpetuate ageism. We keep it alive from generation to generation. There was a time in this country when older people were revered for their wisdom, for their vast experiences that allow them to know what it is when they see it, that helped make America a great nation. Today we are falling behind in dozens of categories under the reign of younger, less experienced leaders. Because of the gains made possible by our protests, no one thinks twice about hiring or promoting or encouraging a woman, a black person, an Asian or Hispanic, or a gay or a lesbian person. It's now so normal to do so, we can't remember when it wasn't. These social changes are not meant to be temporary, they're meant to last a lifetime. They don't expire at age 55. Our last and final responsibility is to protect the rights we won. Every generation needs to help us to help our children and our grandchildren. And, by extension, they will be helping their future selves, as well. Help us to make our legacy stand for hope and growth. Help us eradicate the last destructive bastion of discrimination in this America. While sexism, racism, and anti-gay sentiment are declining, ageism is on the rise. While glass ceilings are shattered, while shackles are broken, and while closet doors are opened, we are all headed at the speed of life towards a brick wall, which hides an unmarked cliff, overlooking a chasm of discrimination and forgetfulness. The notion of our being too old to be relevant, to contribute, to make a difference long before our intelligence and wisdom dies is blatantly untrue, yet the falsehood lives on.
I am not here to give our past accomplishments accolades. Instead, I want to call our attention to the work we as a changed generation need to do to clean up the problems we are still leaving behind. Our legacy will be remembered not just for what we accomplished, but for what we failed to accomplish. Our work shines too brightly to be tarnished in the final analysis by a failure to launch. The gains made by our generation over the last half-century are in peril of being lost to a more sinister, still yet unprotested form of discrimination, ageism. I am a child of the 60s. Little did I know that I would be expected to never grow old in America.
Science says that our grandchildren will live to 120 years of age. Yet today we see that age 60 is the cutoff point for relevance in our own lifetime. How will they survive if they grow up in a world that says they cannot contribute halfway through life? Who will stand up against ageism for them? Surely, as a generation, it is not out of our character, nor absent from our nature to protest for the common good. Our work as the nation's change drivers is not yet finished. Our legacy is not yet written. Our work is not yet complete. Imagine what it would be like to seal our accomplishments in perpetuity. There is one last national protest yet unattended. And if we do not take up this challenge, if we do not put our comfortable lifestyle at risk, if we do not bear witness to the fact that our generation's hallmark is to protest and win for the greater good, we will have failed as a transformational generation. We will have become like all previous generations, here today and gone tomorrow. If, in fact, we want our generation to have stood for something transformational, and not merely transitional, we need to take up this final cause because everything we accomplished in the past now depends on it. Will we give our sons, daughters, and grandchildren the freedom to fully pursue their American dream? Or will we allow it to be lost and eroded by the ticking time bomb of ageism? The attitudes that allows it to be acceptable to discriminate against an older people regardless of their race, gender, sexual preference is laughing at our entire generation with social acceptability, just like it was back in the 60s and 70s. Our children and our grandchildren will surely ask why we allowed it, why we stopped short of our goal. What will we tell them? How will we be remembered? When will we end the ultimate and final discrimination and insult to ours and future generations? How will we protect our accomplishments and our legacy and set an example for the future? America places youth high atop the pinnacle of our country's focus. Let us not forget that the pinnacle rests upon a solid foundation of its elders, without whom the pinnacle would topple out of naivete, ignorance, and a denial of mortality. We are the change generation, and we are still here.